Hello, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. It's been a long time since I have done some commentary in my video and maybe a sense of adventure. So this evening I've been working hard behind the scenes. I've been working on the Hearts of the Ocean, which has been a little bit challenging. So they're both my hearts where I'm wanting to do resin both sides, and it's ended up being a lot more intricate than I thought it would be. So, and I'm also working on a few acrylic paintings, so there's a lot of concentration needed and detail. And I thought, you know what, we're just going to have some fun this evening. And the reason I want to have some fun is just let my hair go, be creative and just see what happens. And the inspiration has come from when I work on my piece and my drip offs, and you get some amazing effects in here. So I'm thinking to myself, what if I was to put some of the colours I want to work on here, and then slowly drip them off and slowly move it? Would that work? Would it create a nice picture, or would it be just mud that I create? But I'm willing to give it a go. And the colours I've chosen to use is similar to the big round disc I recently did. So I'll show you. So I am going to use Colour Cottage, which is Seaside Blue, which is, I hope you can see that in here, which is going to be my lighter blue, which I am going to complement with the Sapphire blue, also Colour Cottage. Twist that hopefully. I'm in a new, what I called controlled environment, so I am working out how to get the most out of it. The reason I want a control environment is to try and stop all the dust particles. It's a constant battle for me. This one is Groovy Grape, so that's the light purple I'm going to be using. And Heather Glen, which is a darker purple, beautiful shimmer in it. I'm not too sure if you're going to see that there. You'll be able to see all the pigments coming out, so it's so important that you do wear a dust mask, which I've just realised I haven't got. Any chance you can pass me a dust mask just behind me? A low light colour, which is going to be Silver Mist. Thank you. That's my beautiful assistant there. And the blushing pink. So these are all the colours that I used on the other piece, and they really did work well together. The only additional colour that I'm considering applying, but maybe not, is the Sapphire, which is the Sunset Orange. Now I know that Colour Cottage do an orange, but it's a little bit too light from what I'm wanting to use, and maybe a little bit of this cadmium red. Not 100% sure of those. So what I am going to do is I've got my resins, hardener and resin, ready to put together. And as I do this, I'm also going to consider a dirty cup. So this is a piece that I worked on a long time ago. Beautiful colours that's in there, but it just didn't react really well with resin. And although it pains me to go over it because there are some beautiful colours in there, when you look close, it's actually quite an ugly piece. So it's such a shame. I have got photos of it, but I just don't like to look at and see all the big pieces of things that's not mixed in with the resin there. So that's why I'm wondering, do I do a flip cup or not? But what I am going to do is, I've made sure that my board is level. That one I'm not too bothered about. I've got all my bits surrounding me, so we are going to get on with this. But I am just going to put in my mask and mix this for 3 minutes. So I will fast forward through this bit, and while I'm doing this, I will work out what I'm actually going to do. And normally I use my silicone cups, which I've got to one side, but from a measuring jug, I've recently used them on another resin piece and had a little bit of an accident. So I don't have one to hand, so I'm using the last of these cups that I've got, so forgive me, but I'm just cutting myself a little bit of slack this evening. Normally I mix them directly into cups because you do want to make sure that every single piece of that resin is mixed in with a hardener. So we'll go around and double check that, but I do want to make sure I've got every piece of it in here. Cool, so I'll take that out of the way. And mix that down the side just so. I still haven't worked out what I'm going to do. So I am just going to split my colours. So I've decided to do a lot more grey than anything. So grey is going to cover most of it. So that I've got a feeling is what I'm going to do. And then that's about as far as I've got. But I think what I'm going to do as well is just place the resin there, so any overspills can drip out, because that'll add to some depth. So now, clean my gloves off again, and let's have some fun and mix some colours. So now the first colour I'm going to want to do is my grey. So I am going to mix my grey first, and then that's going to be the first colour that's going to go down. Shouldn't need too much pigments now because there's not a lot of resin. So I will put my silver mist to one side. Just fold it in to start with, because you will get lots of powder that just spills out over the top. In this silver mist, just want to make sure it doesn't go over the edge though. I want it towards the edge, but not over the edge just yet. So while I've been doing this, I've thought about what I want to do, and I think I am just going to do a dirty pour. Now we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to start with my dark blue. Not a lot of pigment needed at all. My dark blue, which is Sapphire blue. And then in my dark blue, I'm going to add my light blue. So I'll have to mix that separately and then add that in. So that is the Seaside blue. Beautiful shimmer. Do love the colour Cottage. If you've not used those before, have a go. Just want to shout out to a beautiful soul out there, Misha Untamed. If you have not seen her channel, check her out. She's very bold in her colour choices, which I love, and she's got some beautiful puppies, but she does amazing art, and she's just somebody that inspires me. So if you've not seen her, pop over to her channel and say hello. You will not be disappointed. Oh, I put that away too early. I should have kept that. I'm slowly going to add my purple down the side. My light blue, just down the side. Try not to get them to bleed into each other too much. But I don't know with colour Cottage if they'll blend together or not. I've never done this with these pigments before, so that's the exciting thing. I think in my blue, I'm going to add my red. I'm not too stressed if there's a bit of it left in the tub, because if I want to come back and add some fine detail, that's what's going to happen. So I am going to add a little bit of red. This is the cadmium red. If those blend together, that should make another purple, or keep the blue. Keep the red, should I say. Okay, so that's mixed in well. So I'm going to scoop it all to one side and then let that flow gently into here. Leave that in case I need any highlights. And hopefully, if I do this, just let that do what it needs to do. And I'm going to now repeat that process with the purple and blushing pink. So I am going to start with a darker tone purple. Which is the Glen. It's interesting, you come in with one vision, and by the time you start it, you're like, no, I'm now going to do this. So when you come in here to experiment, it's all about fun, and come in with one idea, but be willing to change. So my purple is mixed in. God, that's stunning. The Glen, and I am now going to mix in my Groovy Grape. Oh, that's a good example of why you are very, very careful with mica powders. So, get that to one side and start to pour. Try not to blend them together too much. Clicks down the side. Let my stick in. That's no good because I don't want to blend too much. And my blushing pink. I'm trying to work out if I am going to need that orange. Okay, leave the rest in case I need any highlights. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to lift this one up now and have a look what's happened. Put this down here to start capturing. And on this one here, wow. Let me. How cool and vibrant is that? Beautiful. Okay, I think I might still just add a tiny swipe of that orange. We got some resin mixed up, so we may as well use it. But keep the colour true. Oh, my peg's falling out. And that's the Sapphire Sunset Orange that I'm just going to add. So I don't want to distract from the colour too much. Don't want to waste resin, so I'm just going to put it on this board. Even if I go over it, it'll be a good base or something. And I will bring you up for a close-up now. This is not what I imagined doing today. So this is a close-up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this properly. Let me see if I can put the other tiny. I've just finished working on this. It's dark, so I've got artificial light. You might not be able to see it, but I will try my hardest to get you some light. But I will come back in the morning once it's all settled and cured. But not the kind of, I didn't envision working on these, but they're very, very happy, bright pieces. I actually really like these. I'd be interested to see and hear your thoughts, but I'll bring you back in the morning. Hopefully they'll dry pretty similar to how I have left them this evening. Okay, so here we are the next day. It's a bit lighter now, so you can see the colour and the vibrancy, and love the colours and tones in here. Love the depth. This was from 2 flip cups. And a little bit of imagination. This one's kind of cool. Really love some of the techniques in here that I will use on other pieces, but I do love these colours together, and I love the au natural look of this piece here. And I've kept it all dripping off the edge. I'm just going to tilt it so you can see. Oh, hopefully. Maybe not. Some of the real vibrancy in these colours. Or not. Let's go back to there. Look at that. Look at those textures and colours. Just love this piece. Sometimes you've just got to be free and let the resin and the art tell you what it wants to be, and you just manipulate it. So yeah, absolutely love this. Hope you love this. Remember, if you like my art, thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, and share. And comments are always welcome. Really appreciate those. And also don't forget, watch as much of the advert as you can tolerate, because a small % of that goes towards the artists and upkeeping their channel. And if you like any of the products that's used, click on the links, and a very small %, no cost to you, but a small % of that sale goes towards the artist and their channel. So I hope you have the most amazing day, and remember to be creative.